Hello, everyone. Welcome again to this very special edition of One Global Movement Speak with Heart, where we are helping to build the hopes and dreams of children, young people, and women. Happy, healthy, wealthy New Year 2025. We are so blessed and highly favored that we get to experience the very first day of 2025, and we are here doing what we have been called to do to help young people, children, and women worldwide. Some people did not have that opportunity to be here this very first day, but we are here and we know that 2025 holds a lot of golden opportunities for all of us here so that we can begin to take action and bring out tangible results for children, women, and young people, helping them to eradicate hunger, illiteracy, poverty, build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. But before we start, as always, and we advise our children, and they need to do it their own way, their own unique way. We got to call upon the creator of the universe who brought us here together, who, first of all, created us and put in us the very best gift, the gift to uplift humanity from our hearts. And let us bow down our heads or do whatever you need to do. Whether you are eating, whether you're watching the lake, or you are with family celebrating, it is always a beautiful thing to do because there's no other way we can help these children without dedicating them into the one that bless us with them to take care of them and to be stewards to them. So let's bow down our heads. I here in One Global Movement decree and declare that the mission of One Global Movement will ignite a transformative wave of hope, compassion, empathy, and unity across the world. Heavenly Father, we stand in your divine light and call forth a global awakening where hunger is eradicated, illiteracy defeated, and poverty dismantled by the strength of your grace and the power of a collective action with one global movement, the men and women, the children, and the children ambassadors here. Lord, empower women to rise as vessels of change. Equip children with knowledge to unlock their destinies and embolden young people to lead with integrity, courage, and love. Father, let every act of kindness, every effort of service, and every voice of advocacy align with your divine will for humanity. We here in One Global Movement proclaim that generational wealth, education, and opportunities shall flow like a river this new year, blessing every home, every community, every child, every woman, every man, every action, and every nation. Through collaboration, innovation, and unwavering faith, one global movement shall become a beacon of healing, joy, and restoration to children, young people, women, and the whole global village. Father, let every volunteer, every supporter, and every leader be covered with your protection and strengthened by your purpose. We are all leaders here in One Global Movement in our own different ways. But when we come together, things begin to happen, and we know that 2025 it's going to be better and we're going to climb higher. Fill their hopes and their hearts with resilience, their hands with resources, and their path with favor to fulfill the vision you have planted in each and every child, every young person, every woman, and all of us here who are the stewards and volunteers of these children. In 2025 and beyond, we decree and declare through your will that one global movement will continue to be a testament to the power of unity, the strength of humanity, and the endless possibilities of divine intervention. In your mighty name, we pray, we decree, and we declare a victory over children, women, and young people, and all of us here in one global movement. Amen. Okay, Melanie, well, sister, it looks like you are muted or something.
Me, yes, I was. Welcome, Sister Melanie. Okay.
Oh, thank you. I didn't want to talk now because you were talking. Thank you,
Okay.
Sister Yvonne Finn as well. I'm here.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome.
Okay.
All right. What? So, are we going right into the?
Yes, we would like you to. This is the beginning
Okay.
of the year and the very first day. Please,
Okay.
if you will, let us read our mission
Well,
statement to the
okay.
world. Thank you so much.
I just want to mention this motivating quote that says, "Never underestimate the power you have to take your life in a new direction." It's by a journalist. Her name is Germani Kent. So, as we're talking about thoughts, how our thoughts shape our world and how important it is. So,
Okay.
all right. So, children are our precious living treasures that are not possessions. They require our loving, intentional, and empowering stewardship on their way to serve the world with purpose and integrity. And the vision and mission statement of One Global Movement will support any organization, group, or individual that aligns with its global vision and mission, which is as follows. The mission of One Global Movement is to empower young people, children, and women worldwide with a focus on young women, providing them with tools and sustainable solutions that will help them eradicate hunger, illiteracy, and poverty, to build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. We believe that every child deserves access to nutritious food, quality education, and opportunities to thrive. Through global collaborative efforts, innovative programs, and community engagement programs, we strive to break the cycle of hunger, illiteracy, poverty, and to build a future where every child can build on their hopes and dreams while reaching their full potential. Together, through divine intervention, love, and clean, safe, and valuable technology, we can create a world where no child goes to bed hungry, no child is denied an education, and no child is limited to poverty or to any condition that is not of their own making. It is possible. Our gratitude and tribute always goes to Mr. Ashmafara for bringing this world family together for the purpose of providing solutions to all sectors of the global community, beginning with children. Thank you, Mr. Mafara, and all the Unpassive Building team. We love you all and wish you well. And
Thank
that's the
you.
statement, the mission and vision statement for One Global Movement.
Thank you so much. Thank you for doing that. Welcome, Nancy. Happy New Year again to
Happy
everyone.
New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Yeah,
Thank you, Nancy. Happy
it's
New
going to
Year.
be so exciting this year, and we're going to do great things. And our children are going to do great things because they're going to be the leaders. We are going to follow them, just serving them and teaching them what we know. But we also know that they're going to be teaching us a lot because there are certain things that we don't know that they know way better than us. So it's going to just be a fabulous thing. And thank God that we are starting our 2 days a week today with our mission statement and the very first day of 2025. Isn't that beautiful?
Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to today. We are in the Mantle of Hope Revolution Part 288. One global movement speech. We're going to inspire. We're going to go like crackers, like popcorn, really inspiring these children. We have been covering a lot throughout the year, but we need to keep doing it because constantly talking and repeating things, really, that is what sticks, especially to children and all of us, of course. So one global movement speech, the power of your thoughts this new year. That is the theme, the power of your thoughts this new year. And so we said before, I looks like I see our big sister Pat in the chat. If you can, sister, feel free to hop on the stage here with us. And anybody that wants to, even our managing director, if you want to, this is a time that we want to inspire our children from our hearts. with lots of prayers. And thank you so much for all of you here who are really taking the time to appreciate Mr. Mufara. I say it like my grandmother taught me and my mother, you never bite the finger that fed you. Never. No matter what. Even if that finger later on doesn't function the way that it's supposed to function, they have done what God called them to do. And we will take it from there and move forward. So we thank Mr. Ash Mufara and his family, the wife and the children that gave him that space and time to really deal with us and to do what we are now living and experiencing it here today, building global communities from the heart. I think that is the most important resource of all. So this new year, remember, your thoughts are the seeds of your reality. Nurture them with hope. Water them with determination and watch your dreams bloom into a brighter future. But we started right now. We're not postponing it. Right at this moment, as we are speaking, we are doing it. Don't say tomorrow. No. What tomorrow? Do you know your tomorrow? I don't know my tomorrow. So I'll rather empty out myself right now into the universe, into these children before tomorrow. So the power of your thoughts can transform challenges into triumphs. Step into the new year with a mindset that embraces possibilities. Possibilities, not just one, and radiates positively. When you embrace these possibilities, you're going to face challenges because those challenges is just part of what is going to build that resilience and make that thing to last for posterity. Just do it with positivity. If something wants to come, speak to yourself, speak life into your own life, onto yourself, speak life into your existence, and it works. Nothing. If otherwise, you see me, I was at the lowest of the lows of children in the war, and I never knew that I would leave. But because I'm leaving is because my grandmother taught me that lesson. I cancel out every negative thing. And I know that I was born for greatness. And because I was born for greatness, I know that every child, every woman, every man, every young person was born for greatness as well. So every great change begins with a single thought, just one single thought that is so small like a mustard seed. Let this new year be a canvas painted by your vision, courage, and unwavering belief in your potential. Remember, the greatest investment you can ever make in this life is investing in you, developing you, growing yourself. Let nobody fool you. And let nobody make you feel guilty that you're not helping others because you're so self-centered. Self-centeredness, when you do it the right way, according to the way that we are created, that is the best, one of the best words to use. Because when you focus on you, now you have this all this overflow. Now you begin to give. It start going flowing out to other people. Now you are happy and you even do more. If you are even sick, the sickness will go away because there is something embedded in giving. Giving, you create that vacuum in your whole heart, and then God says, you know what, I will feel it again. I will feel it again and again, and let us see what he or she is going to do with it. I'm saying this experience, ladies and gentlemen, and I know that these powerful women that you see here, those that are in the field that don't have the opportunity, and these men here, we are doing just that. And these are women that have laid down their lives before God and man to say, we will make change, the best change in the world come to children, young people and women, particularly young girls. We are focusing on young girls because they are those who are on the disadvantage. Because I was at a disadvantage as a very young child, 11 years old, or even younger, because I was thrown away at 3 years old to nowhere. But by the grace of God, I was given an education at a very early age. And so today, I promise that I will empty out myself through the mantle of hope under One Global Movement to take these out to the world, to every child, every young woman, every woman. And when we educate and you love and you give to one child, one woman, therefore you have covered the whole world. And this is what we are doing here today. So a new year is a reminder to all of us, to your mind, to know that your mind is a powerful compass. It's a powerful machine. Everything comes from there. Align your thoughts with your purpose. What is your purpose? This is something that we must ask ourselves every day, because we do things every day. If you're walking, are you walking on purpose, or you're just walking? Let me just stroll this way and stroll this way. Or you really mean your strides, your steps? Because when you do that on purpose, that is what God is going to build upon. Or you're talking. Are you talking on purpose, or you just want to talk? If you're talking, you make the mistake. Mistakes are okay, because you're talking on purpose. Because we grow with mistakes. You hear me here several times stuttering. Sometimes I stutter. I don't even know what to say. Sometimes I can't pronounce well. It is very okay. So live life on purpose. Align your thoughts with your purpose, and you will chart a course towards greatness. We often hear it said, go where nobody has ever gone, so that when you leave a trail, not a track. We don't want a track. Our children are more than tracks. They are trails. They are trails that come from above. And we need to nurture that, because if they don't reach their full potential, you and I are held responsible. We are responsible for what they are not doing, because maybe we didn't start early on, or maybe, just maybe, and not to blame anyone, because sometimes the parents are sick. Sometimes they don't have the means. Sometimes they are running away from all this craziness in the world, and they can't do anything. And so we think that they didn't do anything. But now we are here to pick up. We are servants. We are servants. We pick up, whether it is what? Whether they call it dirt, because the greatest fruits in the world grow out of dirt. We're going to pick them up. We're going to wash them up. We're going to feed them. We're going to educate them. We're going to know that they are the greatest human beings on the surface of the earth. And so in the journey of life, your thoughts are the wind beneath your wings. Your thought will make your wings to fluff out, and you keep going, because this year we are going to soar like never before sin. We are going to soar, like Mr. Ashmufara says, take what I am teaching you here into your different purposes and fly. Soar like the eagle, not like the crow. We're not going to be crows here. Our children are not crows. They are eagles. They're going to soar and pick on the very best and fly with royalty and majesty right in the highest. And they will obtain what God has created them to be. So what you focus on expands. What you focus your thoughts on will expand you. The new year focuses on kindness, on growth, on love, and compassion and empathy, and watch your world transform in ways you never ever imagined. I have watched that. Sometimes I cry a lot, like I'm a crybaby, not because I'm hurting or I'm in pain, but I just imagine. From a 3-year-old born under unusual circumstances, thrown away 3 years old to unknown destination, into hands that are not supposed to, and look at me here today, and surviving in the place where everyone that was going through what I was going through died. That is something that I don't take lightly. I'm speaking here. When I stand up to walk, I can't walk well because I'm still recovering from my injuries, But when I'm here, something, I don't know, just something makes me to really empty out myself into the universe. So the new year is not just a chapter. It is a chance to rewrite, to help our children rewrite their stories, and while we are also writing ours together with them. You don't just keep your old story. What can you do with that old story again that will go to a different level, that will transform the world, that will match up to the world of today, that will be match up with the age and time? Start with the thought that you are capable of achieving the extraordinary, because we are extraordinary human beings. Children are extraordinary. They are not ordinary human beings. I was never born ordinary. Otherwise, why am I living here? I'm living because I am extraordinary, and our children are extraordinary as well. And you women here that's come here, you think that you are just serving the children. You are also helping me recover. You're doing a lot of great things here. You are extraordinary in your different endeavors. Take that, build on it, and fly. But we know that you are already building. We all are building because we started this journey here together from Mr. Ashmufara, and we are going from one step to the other, and we are at a place where, you know what, nothing can derail us, and nothing can can shaken our children. Look at what they did on the 24th. That is something that we'll never forget in the history of One Global Movement. They came the first time, and we saw in them like they were already doing something. They were on fire. They were just waiting for that platform, and this platform is here for them. 2025 is going to see a 3-day One Global Movement World Conference, 3 days in a row, but we're going to have to make it short because when it's too long, I can't focus, let alone the children. So we come out with great ideas that we're going to do, but we're going to start with planting a seed, really doing the things that we need to do in action. And we, the parents here, mothers and fathers, especially mothers, we want to make sure that these children will plant something, nurture them, because they're going to be foiling pictures every quarter to One Global Movement. And in the end, we see what we can do with the seeds that they've planted and continue the journey of building generational wealth as part of eradicating hunger, illiteracy, and poverty. So this year, let your thoughts be a magnet that when it, like the iron glue, when it glues on something, nobody can shake it. Let it be like the magnet for abundance, for love, for happiness, for prosperity. Your heart should be a beacon of compassion, and your actions a reflection of the highest intention. And because God has put you here today, it's not by your own strength or your own thought. He put you here today because he knows what he has put in us to do. Failure to do that will be a crime against humanity. And I urge and I ask everyone to join in this movement, whether it is government institutions, churches, whether they are community groups, whether they are our little groups in our community, whether it is an auntie like Nancy, an auntie like Melanie, an auntie like Sister Yvonne, an auntie like me, Mundih. We go into our families and bring those kids. Kids are suffering in silence because there was nobody there to give them a hug or to tell them that I love you. So we are here now to go into into the hospitals. You are a nurse, Nancy. Melanie, you go your phone calls. You are very good at your job. When you make those phone calls, you're also good with those smiles in the back. Sister Yvonne, water is life. Water is life. Keep writing those checks and keep doing. And when we gather here, this is what we want, so that we will do everything. I mean, I'm going to work until everything comes out that we need to help these children. And I know that help too, when you take action, you give it to God. Guess what? God will expand it, and we are going to grow. Thank you guys so much. I will let every mother here, especially these powerful women here, they don't play. Okay, they're not playing. So everybody pop out like a popcorn and let us do our things, because we are decreeing and declaring life, happiness, abundance, good health, prosperity, and overflow unto every child, every woman, and every person, and all the families here. 2025 is our year. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, since this was supposed to be my day, I'm just going to go ahead and just go with what it says here, because I worked hard on this presentation. I have 4 pages here, so I'm going to contribute something.
Go ahead and do it. Your day.
Go ahead,
it's your day.
So for me, my thoughts, they are centered on my Creator, and I think we all agree that here. So I like to go back to the verse where it says, in Jeremiah 29:11, it says that he has, speaking of our Creator, God, he has good thoughts about us to give us a future and a hope. So that's a done deal as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
If we stick with him, he's going to give us our direction. But of course, we have some thinking to do for ourselves. So as you say, the power of good thoughts this new year, because this is a new year when this is a time when people try to reflect and reset. What worked, they will keep that, or we will keep that. And what didn't work, hopefully, we're going to get rid of it. So Happy New Year, everyone. And as we turn to this fresh page or chapter, I want to encourage us to think about something incredibly powerful, which is what Sister Mundih has there, the influence of our thoughts that are on our lives. We've all likely heard the saying that says thoughts become things. But sometimes we just say it as if it's not real. But if we are co-creators with our God, and we are, then of course thoughts must become things. Everything that is a thing was first a thought. Every single thing.
Yes.
What we think about habitually, we bring about. It can't be any other way. It cannot be any other way. What we think, if we think we can, we can. If we think we can't, we can't. It's simple, very simple.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we have the power to make our thoughts come into reality. So the thing is, how to make sure that those thoughts are good thoughts. I saw a little phrase the other day that says how much we live in our heads, and so we should, in our heads, in our minds. And so we should make sure it's a nice place to be.
Mm-hmm.
I like that because, we have control over that, except for our creator, of course. We have control over what goes on in here. I know that sometimes people think that people can read your thoughts and whatever, and maybe they can, but I know that we have a big, 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 big control over what we get up in the days and what we think about. And as adults, we have to, of course, think that we are supposed to show that to our children. Even if we had a bad thought and it came out in a wrong way, we spoke or whatever it is, as Sister Mundih says, apologize and go on. Because we're all going to make those mistakes. Don't ever think anybody's ever going to be perfect until the day you die. We are all going to make mistakes. And we spend so much time trying to be perfect or trying to seem perfect, trying to cover up that our good thoughts don't really get done. You know what I mean? We waste so much time trying to blame or make excuses or whatever it is. That's another thought process. And it's not a positive. If you make a mistake, say you're sorry, learn from it, which is another thing that we say about the new year. We learn what happened in the old year and how it served us, and what does not serve us, we let go of it. That's what the new year is. It's a stepping forward and a letting go. So I'll give someone else a chance. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much for correcting me, Sister Yvonne. I didn't mean so much. I'm like, no, there was so much fire in me that I didn't even think this is your day anymore.
It is my day, and I worked very hard on this presentation.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for seizing that moment to do that.
I'm just kidding, everybody. You know that. So please go ahead, Sister Melanie or Sister Nancy, whoever wants to jump in now.
Go ahead, Sister Melanie.
Thank you. Yes, Happy New Year. 2025 is here upon us. Ay, ay, ay. 2025.
I know.
Okay, so we are here first and foremost. We have the health. We are here with each other. We see the same faces.
Yes.
Sister Mundih, Sister Yvonne Finn, Sister Nancy, John, myself, and everybody else who's here, Pat parents and all. So I want to be grateful, and I want to thank God for that, first and foremost.
Yes.
And second of all, like we have a lot in us, as we always say, Sister Yvonne, as we know, we have a lot to unleash. But, because of sometimes we are backward, not backward in a bad way. Maybe sometimes because of how we were brought up, like too much of discipline. Sometimes we keep that, we want to talk, but it's not coming out. So it's time that we get up and let go of what is inside of us, unleash it. We are humans, and it doesn't matter how it comes out, as long as we say it respectfully, as long as we talk about it. The more we talk, the more we bring out, is the more we get better at it. Because God gave us that life. He gave us a will. He gave us a purpose. He gave us to be role models of others, right? Because we are co-heirs of the saints, as we were taught on high. We are not beneath. We are above. All these positive things. We are up there. We are not below. We are not mediocre. Not what they say about us, but what we do about ourselves. So more and more, as this year opens, and before the year opens, Sister Yvonne, you heard me say that many times, I am going to be more bold. And I know maybe some people would not like me, but I don't care. As long as I treat people with respect,
God loves
as long as, So I'm going to do it, because if we don't step out, who's going to do it, and who's going to left behind? Our children. Yes. Our children are the ones who will be left behind because they don't see a role model. So why not be the role model from when we were before in 2024 and stepping even braver into the new year. You know, from like I've always said, possibilities are endless. Sometimes in our head, can I do it? Or that person is better, or that person has wow, they have the skill. How do you think they get the skills? It could be natural, it could be university degree. Like university does nothing for me, although education is important. But for me, it's stepping out into something that you have never ventured, taking it by the hand and grab it and do something with it. This is what makes greatness of us. This is what comes out of us as what God has put in us. It is unleashing our potentials. It is coming out. We know we have children to look after. They can be related or non-related to us, but we know we have work to do because he gave us that opportunity. He said, the laborers are few, right? There's lots in the harvest, laborers are few. Why not go into the harvest? Why not go into the fields and do the harvest? Sow, reap, and this is what we are here for. We thank Ash, as Sister Mundih said, because without Ash, we will not be here, Sister Yvonne, with you and the other speaking right now, or other platforms that we go on, like I go on. We will not be here. We will not know. I would not know anybody in this chat, really and truly, except those I knew before. So I thank Ash for opening up the big platform, even if it's not into fruition or it hasn't come into fruition because they're bettering it. But because of the platforms that we were given by Ash, I got to speak. I got to, not perfect myself, but I got to better myself. And today here I am, So I am thankful and I'm here to do something of purpose. The kids need us. And as I always said, I have, under One Global Movement, I've started something with Smiles. It's called Smiles in a Bag. And I'm just waiting for the moment, Sister Yvonne. As you know, we are all waiting for that moment. But in the meantime, I have done the initial start. Go ahead, registered in the right way and start putting little by little in it. So when everything gets bigger, or when our pockets start filling up, then more we get, the more we empty it out into something, not empty out our pockets, but put it into the pot that we have created, that we have opened. So I am big on the kids. I have lots of children in my family, lots of them. So why not do something whilst we are alive, whilst our mouths are split, our ears are open, our eyes even? Why not? We walk this earth and we are thinking that we are just here, but we are here for a purpose, man. We are here to do something, do it together, without putting down one another, without saying that, okay, this group is better, let's drag them here, or this. We don't do that. We are leaders. We have to remember, not one or two people are leaders, but we all are leaders. This is our purpose in one global movement, in unpassive. Unpassive, we are all leaders. So anytime somebody makes me feel like, as if, you're under me, no, I will correct you. We are leaders. We are all leaders to hold each other's hands and do something for ourselves, for family, for the children of the world. Everywhere around the world, we see the pictures, we see the surroundings. Why do we sit back? We take action now. And positivity is what I'm going to fill my mind with. I mean, it was already filled, but little things can break you down. Because we are human, we are flesh and blood. Little things can kind of tend to make you feel a little bit down. But then you pick up, you brush up, like David did. He take his horn, brush up, and he continue on. So that's what we're here for, and that's what we'll do. And I am big on the One Global Movement, Sister Yvonne, as you know. I am big on other platforms, so God help us. We'll get there.
Thank you so much. If I want to say something before I forget, you just said something there that is something that we all must must embrace and we must remind ourselves, because our children are looking low down on themselves. They are committing suicide. They don't want to express themselves. A lot of other factors, but the number one factor that we see, and you guys know it because we are parents here, children are being classified. You don't belong here. You cannot be here. You are lower than me. You are inferior than me. And when you tell a child that, you kill the inner voice in that child. You kill it immediately. You might not know. You might think, oh, he just laughs it off. By nature, you kill its psychological deterioration is the worst thing that you can ever give any child. We all are leaders. Of course, we were all born leaders. You didn't make yourself. I didn't make myself. We are all leaders. And we need to really empower ourselves with this so that our children can really see us really leading as those leaders, not telling them, oh, you go, you must do this. Because no, we want these children to look at the way those ambassadors did last on the 24th. They knew that they were leader. They speak with that kind of humility and authority that came only from within children. Those that recorded, they did. Some recordings were sent late, but those kids, they are not playing. I'm telling you. Even in Cameroon, one of my little nieces is 6 or 7 years old now. Oh no, nobody plays in her school. She is spreading it like wildfire. So thank you so much for saying that. Let us empower our children so that they don't look low upon themselves, because they go through a lot. And sometimes because of the things that they say in their environment or in school, but with us here, mothers and fathers, aunties and uncles, let us empower these children, because they are leaders, regardless of their status, regardless of the color of their skin, regardless of their level of education, regardless of their bank account or their parents' bank account. These kids were born to be leaders. They have greatness within them. Thank you so much for talking about that. Okay, I know that our beautiful sister Nancy has a lot to say here.
Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year.
Hello. Happy New Year.
First, I would like to say thank you to Lord, because we're still breathing. We see the new year. So many people that have a chance to get up this morning. It's a blessing.
Yes.
So we have to say thank you. Because the past year that happened, any negativity that happened, we just have to forget them. All the positive that happened with us, we take them and move forward. So I would like to say Happy New Year to every single one of you. We can say a new year, it's like a new chapter, giving us a chance to set new goals and work harder to achieve our purpose. And I believe if we're still here, we're still breathing, we have a purpose. The purpose is to help,
Yes.
to be a servant, to help reach our children, not only our own children, but our family children, our friends' children, and the whole entire world of children. They're really needy. They need us. They need us to be a model for them,
Yes.
to show them the way, the pathway, to give them a legacy, how to do things, not giving them $1 today and give them $1 tomorrow. You show them how to make $1 themselves, that they can be proud of themselves. They can be, comfortable of what they're doing. Like Dr. Mundih was saying, it's like for now, our children is in a moment of one package fill all. How do you say, Dr. Mundih? It's like
one size fits all.
fits all.
Yes.
We don't want that to happen to them. We want to be an advocate for them.
Yes.
So that's why us, and when we say thank you to Ash for giving us the opportunity to know each other, because 1, 2, 3 of us can make fire. Because if we put our hands together, I do one, you do two, you do three. So we get it together. We can be stronger together. So one global movement, Dr. Mundih, with this platform, give us the opportunity to put ourselves together, to put our hands together. Look at our children. Because if we continue doing this with them, when they go to the society, they're going to be perfect. They're
Yes.
going to be good with themselves. They're going to be confident. Nobody can put them down. Like they tell them that you cannot do this, you cannot. No, they already have a mindset that they can do it. If you, me, Dr. Mundih, Sister Yvonne, Sister Melanie, everyone in one global movement, if we put our hands together and helping a mother, helping a child, helping a young girl, the world will be a better place tomorrow.
Yes.
So I wish every single one of you a happy new year. And then may this new year keep us going, not stop us in anything, but going to the top. Thank you very much, Dr. Mundih, for
Yeah.
giving me the
Amen.
We
opportunity.
are going to the top, the top, the top, the top, and nothing will stop
Well,
us. Trust
well
me,
said.
if
Well said.
a lot of us here are bilingual, you know, Nancy may be speaking like 10 languages. I might be speaking like 8. Melanie might be speaking like 3.
It's for good.
Yvonne is speaking more. So we have been blessed with a lot of ways to advocate for these children, and we don't take it lightly. And this is such a fabulous thing. Sister Yvonne, this is your day. If you have anything else, and we would like you to.
Before you go, Dr. Mundih, I would like to say today is my country Independence Day, Haiti. So
Oh,
I would like to say Happy Independence Day to my country.
Okay. Happy Independence Day.
Day.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Haiti.
Happy Independence Day, Nancy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So back to the thoughts, right? This is what we're thinking about today. The thing is, what I was listening to Sister Melanie, she was talking about. The problem is that we compare ourselves. Even as adults, we do that. And then, of course, we do the same thing with our children, and we should stop that. Because if we claim that we're individuals and each person is unique, how are you going to do that? But we do that all the time. We do that as adults at home with our children. You know, we lump them together. And Sister Sharon is always saying, please, let's not do that. Each person is an individual. And even if you spend a little amount of time with them, just show them that. And of course, we have to know that for ourselves. Our Creator said He has a plan for each and every one of us. He didn't say anything about group plans.
Mhm.
He knows us all separately and uniquely, and He has a plan for us.
Yeah.
And He made us the head and not the tail, and above and not beneath. And we shall be lenders and not borrowers. If we tell our children that, imagine how they're going to hit the ground running, because they and everyone who's ever been born has something inside of them that's different than somebody else's. So we're not going to travel this earth the same way. We're not going to accomplish whatever we call success the same way. But it's going to be success for us. And we have to tell that, inculcate that into our children's head. Find something that's good, as Sister Nancy was just saying. We're born for service. So
Yes.
find what that thing is and chart your own course. And more than ever now, with the technology that we have, it is so much more accessible to be able to do that. Independent thinking is what's lacking because people are afraid to speak up. Sister Melanie was saying that. But speaking up in respect and not harming anybody else is the thing that we need to do. And our children have that right from the minute they can start speaking. They should be able to come to us with whatever they're thinking in a respectful way and get our attention.
Mm-hmm.
It's a simple formula. One child, one parent's time. You can't lump them, whether you have 16 or 1. You cannot lump them together. It does not serve any purpose because the world is already going to beat them down when they go there and try to make them seem as if they're not individuals. So you can't be doing that as well. Each child is an individual. Let them know that their thoughts count, right? And then we guide them. We're supposed to be stewards, not owners, stewards. And then we're supposed to let our lives be exemplars. Example. an example so that they can follow that. They're saying, mommy's very strong, daddy's very strong. What am I going to be strong in? What am I bringing?
Yes.
And that comes from the mindset. And the mindset comes from the thoughts, what we think.
Yes.
So then I just want to have a quick little thing about the negative thoughts. When we dwell on worries and fears or negativity, we tend to attract more of the same because thoughts do become things. It becomes things for us and it becomes things for our children. And it breeds disease. It breeds bad feelings and ingratitude and all kinds of bad things. Our focus narrows and we become more susceptible to stress, anxiety, and even some physical ailments. Positive thoughts, on the other hand, cultivate in optimism and gratitude, and growth mindset opens doors to new possibilities. We become more resilient, attract positive opportunities, and even when we run across challenges, we see the learning, the lesson in that. Everything that we look at will be clouded or enlivened or made positive by how we look at it. And not everything that happens to us is going to be great. Obviously, we live in a world that has bad things. Let's face it, bad things. But it's how we respond. And that's another word that they say, don't say react. It's how you respond. And that takes thinking before you speak, thinking before you do anything about it. If you need to leave the situation, take that time. Go away and think about it, because our positive thoughts are what's going to drive us, not just for the new year, but for our entire lives. Thank you, sister. Can jump in now whenever you feel like.
Thank you so much. This is so beautiful. You know, if anything that I caught from what you said, a lot of things, but the thing that you said is that our children are the head and not the tail.
They are.
And we all are. We all
Yes.
are. And they are lenders. They are not borrowers.
Nope.
They are not. They are the leaders of the world, because
They are.
we have been commissioned and commanded to serve them, to help them, to train them the way that they are supposed to go, so that
Amen.
they will lead the way, and we sit back and be clapping for them, following them, because they will lead better than us. Their brains are spongy, they are smart, they are intelligent, but
Yes.
the intelligence must come from what God put in them, not from what we think. Go be a lawyer, go be a
Yes.
doctor,
Yes.
go be this. If your child, like our sister, our beautiful sister, Megan, stylist. Who doesn't want a stylist in this life?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want that? Look at the nurse. Who doesn't want a nurse? Who doesn't want a professional editor? These are things that God gave us, but because of some reason, and sometimes it's because of the level of the economy, that parents propose to their
Yes.
children to do something so that they can get a job. But
Yes.
here,
Yes.
we want to train children. Of course, it's good to get out of school or out of a trade that you've learn how to serve somebody by working for them, so that
Yes.
you will know how, if others are serving you well, when you do own your own business and your own company. We should train our children. It's good to serve. Get out
It
of
is.
school, serve somebody first, and really serve them with all your heart, because what are you doing? You're training yourself. And you're not
Yes.
just making money, you're training yourself. Then thereafter, we're building them from the cradle. Go serve and make money. We want to make sure they serve. We want to make sure that we go as a family to volunteer. Volunteerism is something that is so important, and
It
we need
is.
to teach our children from the cradle. We can go to the meals place to package meals together. So we are passing them from one to the other, and or we are actually serving, like Melanie mentioned before. We go to the nursing homes. We serve our parents and our grandparents there. Or not even just so. Nursing home is not just meant for the old, but there are also young people there because they have challenges. So
Yes.
we're going to begin the reading program here in Mundih. But when we come here, every not every when we schedule it, we come here just to read here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't take that long. We shouldn't make it long. 25 minutes to 30 minutes is enough. You read a paragraph, I read a paragraph, we talk about it. And
Yeah.
we have books for that. We have it, or you bring some books that you know. We read these things together, and let's start from the cradle. We bring the pregnant women here. A lot of us were not taught to read to our children from the womb when they're still in the womb. But we bring pregnant women, we invite them here. So we teach them how they'll be reading really talking, speaking life on their unborn baby, that baby will come out. You would think that when that baby comes out today, you think that that baby was born 1 year ago. I'm telling you, it
Mhm.
does. It really does work. So your thoughts, our thoughts can build a bridge from our current situation or circumstances to a future of abundance, happiness, love, and fulfillment. So let us unlock all of this. And the power of thoughts can break barriers. We all know that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Positive thoughts can break barriers. Everything we see in the world today, whether they are buildings, whether it's technology, whether it is Mr. Ash Mufara speaking to us, whether it is him teaching us to go and form a nonprofit, or whether it is you guys here proofreading or signing a check for water, or like smiles in the back, or walks or smile, or Nancy's nursing. All of these things are bridges that we are building, and it must start small. Sometimes it's difficult. Some children don't know their parents because of sickness or something else, but we are here to pick after this children. So let's start as it started as a small thought, as the mustard seed. And great thinkers, we talk about, we have a lot of great thinkers. We are walking and reading things that were written by great thinkers, and they actually did it by example. We talk about President Nelson Mandela, the number one
Mhm.
world peace and reconciliation man. We talk about Jim Rohn. We talk about Les Brown. We talk about Malcolm X. We talk about Ash Mufare. We talk about you, if Sister Yvonne Finn. We talk about Nancy. You guys, maybe you don't know. You guys are already building those bridges, and we will
Mhm.
continue to build those bridges. So great thinkers, leaders, and change makers imagine a better world, and their thoughts became actions. We're not talking. Action is what we need right now. Action. Whether you're like me, I will be in the bush, maybe trying to feed animals, or trying to plant a potato, or trying to do something. We must take action. Every action counts. This is your invitation to do something. Plant a seed with your children, with your child. When we think about hunger, we think about illiteracy, we think about poverty, we think about abuse. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, isn't it? We
Yes.
feel
Yes.
overwhelmed, like I can't do this. Somebody, they've talked to me, if I'm the kind that is not easily discouraged or swayed, the way that I was brought up. And people have told me, why would you do this? This is too much. Like they're trying to discourage me. And
Yes.
sometimes I almost fell into into the devil's pit by saying,
Mm.
maybe she's right, maybe it's right.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I'm doing it. People did it for me. I am a product of my
Mhm.
village, and so I have to do it for others. So illiteracy, poverty, abuse, homelessness must
Yes.
go. It must go with our action. So let us
Mhm.
reframe our thoughts, our way that we think. Instead of thinking, why me? Why me? Lord, why me? We should say, why not me? Why not me?
Mm.
If
Why
you are
not?
facing a challenge, why do you want somebody else to face it? You embrace it and say, if God let this happen, it means there is a lesson embedded in this. I must embrace it and find a way. The moment you decide, that thing disappears and turn into what? Because that is a lesson for you, because there might be something within us that we didn't want to deal with. We just want to cover it up and say, it's okay, it's okay. But when that comes, we open it up and say, you know what? Why not me? I have what it takes. I have greatness within me. I'm going to do this. And this is what we want our children to know. You are uniquely positioned to change your life, your family's life, your children's life, and your community. You have been uniquely placed and placed through others. We see it here through Mr. Ashmufara. What we are living here is the legacy of Mr. Ashmufara. Whether somebody likes it or not, this is exactly it. Because if not of Mr. Ashmufara, what are we doing here? I didn't know. I would not know these powerful minds and beautiful faces like you guys here if not of Mr. Ashmufara. So, from Malala, our little beautiful girl, like Sister Yvonne says, my little girl Malala.
Mhm.
Malala started with a thought that defied the odds. She stood, a little girl standing against the odds that stood in her way of education. What did she do? She said, I will be educated. And it changed the entire world. And she is working with the United Nations, or she worked before, but she is changing the world. Malala is a daughter to all of us here, and she is doing wonderful things. So let us challenge our limiting beliefs. Let's not say, "Oh, I can't do this." Yes, you can. All of us can, little by
Yes,
little.
you
Don't try
can.
to
Yes, you can.
take a huge something to do. When you take it will overwhelm you, you'll be forced to give up. Do little. If you're like me, I go and write something. I write little, and then I go and write little, and then I go and write little. I have
That's
come a long
amazing.
way. Before I couldn't write because of my work-related injury. Now I am so happy. That is what really helped me to heal. I will go and write
Yes.
a little, and then I go and write another little, and things are
Yep.
moving. Things are
Yep.
moving. So we can do little. Sometimes we are told you are not smart enough. We tell our children,
Mm.
"So you're not smart enough. Why didn't you have an A when you're friends? Why would you compare your child to another child? You have broken that child's spirit. Let's not do that. Why didn't you have an A? Or you can't escape poverty. Why can't
Yep.
we? We all are born billionaires. Our children are born
Absolutely.
billionaires.
Absolutely.
We are looking
Absolutely.
into the face of money. What we have here now is the first step, number one step to be a billionaire. Human resource is what it is. How are you going to get to be a billionaire when you don't even have good people around you? This is the first thing. And we thank God that Mr. Ash Mufara brought this to us. But let us all tell ourselves, those thoughts are not your truth. And let those
Exactly.
know for an answer. They're not your truth. Okay?
Exactly.
Replace it.
Exactly.
Replace it. Something comes say, "Oh, you are not. You are not intelligent. I am smart. I'm one of the smartest kids in the world, and
Yep.
nothing can change that. I am
Yep.
enough. You are not
Yep.
enough. I am enough because God
Enough.
created me more than enough. I can
Yep.
rise above all odds. I am
Yep.
living my stars today because my grandmother took the time to let me go through the scars. I went through the scars, and those scars are turning today into my stars. That is why I can stand before you guys here and also speak like you guys are speaking, also do things like you guys are speaking, because you guys are the wonderful leaders. And we are not just talking, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to not put yourself up, you blame yourself. You don't blame nobody. God gave us everything to do that. So let us visualize 2025 as a successful year. Close your eyes and see yourself living your dream, educated, empowered, and thriving. Thriving. When you constantly hold this vision and write it down on a card. I write it down. I sleep on it too. I read it to myself. It is happening. It's happening to me, I'm telling you, and I know that it's happening to everyone. So let us close our eyes. We were supposed to come here today with candles. I forgot to remind people, but I know that I have a candle here, because when we close our eyes and we bless our children, Sister Yvonne has a candle. Yes, Nancy has a candle. Oh, there we go. See, I wish somebody can take a picture with these candles here. Oh my God. So we close our eyes and see our children being educated, being broken from the chains of poverty, and building generational wealth for themselves, their families, and everyone around the world. So we thank God for this day. And if any of you have anything, go ahead and say it, and then we will close for the day. But
Okay.
who can take a picture with this?
I would just like to say that we adults, I was going to say parents, but there are children, as you say, that don't have, they have surrogate parents or, adoptive parents. But the thing is, you were talking about negative thoughts. So we're supposed to be the champions, right? The
Mhm.
biggest encouragers that these children have. So when we constantly fill their heads with positive things about themselves, as I said before, you know, made by God for a purpose, and head and not tail, and so on and so forth. If you tell them that, can you just imagine how they will walk strong? And no matter what
Mhm.
anybody else says, they'll know this.
Yes.
They will know this from their little, from the minute they can understand. You're telling them these things. It must
Um,
it must serve them well. That will make
mhm.
kids so strong. People who you see walking around out here, they had somebody who believed in them, And then the converse is true, because when I read about some of these Einstein or whatever it is, that they was it him Einstein? Yes, send him home from school. He wasn't smart enough. He wasn't going to do anything, and I think his mother did not show him that letter. She told him that the letter said he was smart, and then she homeschooled him. And now we have this legend, this brilliant man.
Wow.
Don't let anybody else tell you who you are,
Mm-hmm.
right? We have to remind our children that God is the only one who can tell them who they are. And then they work within that. So I think it's very important, as I always saying, in the home where the child is. I know that that's not true for every child. They're running for their lives, refugees, whatever. I understand that. But I'm talking about in the ordinary situations that we have here. We are supposed to tell our children that they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, because they are, right? They come with new things for the world, and they're the future leaders, every single one of them. And we want them to be empowered and good leaders, right? We want them to be that. And it starts with us.
That's it. Yes,
It
I'm
starts.
leaving it, Sister Yvonne. Like
Well, bring
for
your
my
candle. Bring your candle here. Where's your candle?
Oh, she has a big one. Ah,
yes, like for the children that my nieces, I have some of my friends' children.
yeah.
So you can see the way these children are growing up. They already have that privilege to know they're unique.
Yes.
They are strong. And if you see one of my nieces telling, her mom, you have to join on passive. So mom
Wow.
asked, why do I have to join on passive and, one global movement? She said, Mommy, I'm going to be a millionaire. I want you to be a millionaire too. So you should see the way that they were already mature. The head controlled the body. So they already walking like it, doing it, and
Absolutely.
they're making it. So it's really important for us to give these children positive attitude. Once they have it, they talk about it, they feel proud of it. It's there.
Yes.
So we just have to push them.
And you know what, sister? They will gravitate towards other like-minded people. You know what I mean? They won't be lost. They won't be blown around by every wind. And you know what I mean? They will be very firm in what they want to accomplish as they traverse this earth, because it's a journey, but it's a journey in where we do things. So I'm not saying that they wouldn't have fun, but they won't waste time with people who are not, out
Negative
to do
people.
something positive and serve. It all stems from that, Sister Nancy. It all stems from helping them know who they are. We're not telling them who they are, but we're helping them to be firm about what they want to bring to this earth, because we all bring something. Every one of us.
Did you light it yet, Melanie? Light it. Light it. Where's your candle, Sister Yvonne?
So you know what? Those fake candles with the batteries.
Oh, with the battery.
That's
Okay.
okay. It works. Sister Yvonne, what is your candle?
I'm looking high and low.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. You can tilt it. Melanie, tilt it. That's good. Tilt it. It works.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. This is for our children, blessings of love, happiness, good health, and prosperity to children, young people, and women in the world, and therefore every home in the world. Happy New Year. Happy health.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Blessings.
Just remind our children that they are the light of the world. Come on.
Yes.
Let your
Yes,
light
they
shine.
are the light of the world. Of course they are.
Amen.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Sister
Thanks everybody
Yvonne,
for coming. Happy New Year again.
Oh,
Happy
the
New
same to
Year.
you guys.
So yeah, Sister Yvonne, is your closing. It's your day to close.
I thought I just did. Okay. Okay.
She wants more, Sister
Yes.
Yvonne.
I know. So I just say this new year, let's just make a conscious effort to cultivate positive and empowering thoughts, because it does take that, especially if you've been used to thinking, negative ones. It does take an intentional thing to say, what am I thinking? And then I think they say it's 21 days. We do that for ourselves, and we don't let our children see us doing that, because that's not a positive thing you wanted. So let's harness the incredible power of our minds to create a life of joy, abundance, and fulfillment for ourselves and our children. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy New Year to everyone. I will
Happy
see
New
you
Year,
on
everyone.
Friday.
Happy New Year.
Friday,
Happy New Year.
Wednesdays and
Bye, everyone.
Fridays.
Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye. We love you.
Bye.
Bye, all.